Hey guys, Michelle Kinney here. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking out my video. I'm going to make a super quick video and talk about margin, but you're going to want to stay to the end because I'm going to explain to you something that you probably don't already know. So margin is kind of like you're borrowing money from the brokerage firm to put a trade on. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say I want to sell a put on Intel as an example. And let's say the stock is $25 per share, but I don't want to pay $25 per share. I want to sell a $23 put. Well, remember guys, that means that I'm paid premium. I keep that no matter what, and I'm committing to buy 100 shares if the stock goes below $23 before the expiration date. Now, if it doesn't go below $23, I don't buy the shares, but either way, I keep the premium. Now, when I sell that put, I can do that one of two ways. I can either do what's called sell a cash secured put. That means I have to have all the money up front to buy the shares if I had to buy the shares, right? So in my example, if I'm selling a $23 put, I would have to have $2,300 in my account. Why $2,300? Because I'm committing to buy 100 shares, right? $23 per share times 100 shares is $2,300, right? So that's a cash secured put, and you can do it that way. But you can also use margin. Now, some people are afraid of margin, but if you understand margin and you kind of pay attention to how it works and you don't over leverage yourself, it's actually very, very helpful. And let me explain to you why. Margin is like, you don't have to put up $2,300. You could put up maybe like, I don't know, maybe $1,000. It depends on the stock and it depends on the brokerage firm, right? But you put up less money because you're borrowing money from the brokerage firm. It's kind of like when you buy a house and you put up part of the money as a deposit and then you get a mortgage for the rest. It's kind of similar, right? But here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. When I use margin to sell a put, I don't even have to pay interest on that margin amount. Here's what I mean by that. If you buy stock and you don't have enough money, you can use margin to buy stock. But because you're buying something and you're owning something, well, then you have to pay interest on that amount that you're borrowing, right? When you buy stock. But when you sell a put, you're not buying stock. You will if you get assigned and have to buy stock. But just in and of itself, to sell the put and borrow money from the brokerage firm, you don't even have to pay any interest on it. So your rate of return becomes exponentially better, right? That's why using margin is not a bad thing as long as you understand how it works and you don't over leverage yourself. So here, let me go through my example again. In my example of a $23 put, you sell a $23 put, maybe you have to put up like, a third of the money as an example. So if typically it would cost you, let's say $2,300, I can't do that math really quick in my head. Maybe it might cost you $800 or so, right? So you have to have $800 in your account. You can put the trade on. You pay absolutely no interest. If and when you get assigned the shares, if the stock price goes down below 23 by the expiration date and you have to buy those shares, and if you don't have enough money to pay for all those shares in your account, then you will have to start paying interest. But it's such a cool thing that you can use the bank money to sell a put, make premium, and not pay any interest. Tell me in the comments, did you know that that was the case? A lot of people don't even realize that. Subscribe to my channel because I am literally putting up a video each and every single day. If you want to know more, I have tons of free videos on here. And then I have events that I do as well, live events where you can ask questions and be interactive. Super, super cool. Anyway, I hope that helps. Happy trading.